it's Selene and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest. This is my friend Kayla.
Hey guys, I'm Kayla from Microscope Beauty and I run the online stationery store Oh Hello Stationery Co.
And in today's video we're going to be talking about our businesses. I want to give you guys like advice and like what you can do, especially if you guys are in the planner world and you guys want to start like your own stationery shop or your own sticker shop and you guys just don't know what to do first.
Yeah, we can help you get started, even if you're already started, maybe what to do next. So we have a lot of really good questions and I'm excited to get into them.
Make sure to head on over to our channel after you guys watch this video because we're going to be doing each other's planners.
It's like a planner makeover. Yes. It's going to be really exciting.
I'm going to be planning in her planner, she's going to be planning in mine. So let's get started. So when I first started, I was really scared.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Like, these are real customers, real people who are gonna expect a great product, and you're responsible for it. So it was really, really scary when I first started. The first thing that you have to self-teach yourself is pretty much
how to design the graphics. Or are you gonna purchase them? Are you gonna do your own artwork? You have to figure out what you want to do and then teach yourself how to do it. Maybe you have to figure out where you're gonna get those graphics from.
So what I actually do is I buy my graphics and my illustrations, and you have to make sure that you have a license for that because you are selling them online, you're making a profit off of them, and of course the artist who is doing that also needs to, you know, like
get their profit.
Exactly.
Return.
But Kayla does something different for her shop.
Yeah, as for graphic design, I'll decide like, hey, I want to make a butterfly and I'm not quite sure how to do it, so I'll watch a tutorial on how to do like gradient fading and then I'll incorporate that into my designs. So as I continue to expand on what I'm doing, I'll look at a tutorial on YouTube for a certain element and then incorporate that in.
So you use different software to be able to illustrate your own
I
graphics.
use Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, and then sometimes I'll use Photoshop to create whatever I want. Or sometimes I'll hand draw it and then scan it in and add color into it for Illustrator.
So there's different ways that you can have, you know, your own designs for your own stickers. Okay, so now once you know where your graphics are going to come from, whether you are buying them from an artist or whether you're the artist yourself and making them, next is how are you going to make this come into a physical form? So what are the supplies that you need? I use a Silhouette Cameo, and Kayla,
I have like 6 Silhouette Cameos.
So this is specifically for stickers if you guys are interested in having your own sticker shop. The supplies are the next thing that you would think about, like what supplies do I need? Kayla, you said, what do you use?
You need obviously a printer, any type of printer you like the quality of. Then you need a Silhouette Cameo,
which cuts the sticker. So there's a printer because you need to print them out, and then there's like the machine that cuts it up for you. I use the Silhouette Cameo. And you use...
I use the same one.
You use the same one. Okay, so there you go. That's a good one. There's another one too, right?
There's a Cricut as well.
That people use. So you just have to learn how to use those, and it's really easy. You can look up tutorials on YouTube, you can look at blogs, and
sometimes Michaels does classes too.
Yeah, they do. They'll show you how to do that, and you can even like watch tutorials. I think Silhouette Cameo actually has tutorials on how to do things from their own like company that show you how to do them. And if you guys ever need to like jump on the phone and ask them how to do something, I've done that before.
Yeah, the Silhouette has a really good customer service.
So I called them before because I didn't know how to hook up like 10 machines with and I was like, what?
You hook up like 12 at the same time.
So I was like, I have 10 machines. Will they all run smoothly? They're like, yes. And they told me they actually tested 50 machines.
What? And then paper, I think.
And then paper is another thing. So just Google it. Just put sticker paper, and then you'll find a bunch of different ones. And there's so many different ones. And then just glossy or matte, and you're pretty much set. I had a really great friend who gave me a lot of advice. You guys know her as Morgan from Littlefields, and she gave me so much information. I was like talking to her, we're really good friends, and I was able to express to her like my concerns for like shipping and the things that I needed, and she gave me like different options of what I can do. So it just depends on what sticker paper you're using or like what it is that you're shipping out. If you're using like a subscription box, or if you're doing like,
you can easily find like bubble mailers. So if you go to Mailers USA, they have like really affordable mailers. You can get them in a bunch of different colors, or you can do those like hard rigid ones. We get ours from Amazon. So these things are like,
and I get mine from eBay, so you can find them anywhere. Just Google it,
like
and you
rigid
will find
mailer,
them.
bubble mailer, and then you get cellophane bags. I think they're called cellophane bags. They're just the clear bags that everything always comes in. You can find find those pretty easily.
And then once you get them shipped in, you guys can tell like the quality of it, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can always return it, or you could use them, test them out, and see how well they do. And you could do that with pretty much anything that you are like, do I like this? I actually tested out so much paper in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
like,
so many,
yes,
so much.
Yes, and you have to be ready to invest your money into your business. So you're gonna lose a lot of money in the beginning because you're starting up.
So you want to make sure that your product is quality. You don't want to get like, oh, this paper will do.
Yeah.
And if you keep switching your paper, your customers will have a hard time knowing your quality because it's always changing. So you have to spend that time up front to really determine what paper you like the best.
It's all about like experience. So what I would do is give yourself a timeline, maybe of like a few months, to be able to test out everything, to make sure that everything's running smoothly, and then like present it out to the world and be
like, here it is.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Definitely. What did you do?
I learned how to design my website. So there's so many different platforms you can choose from. Etsy obviously is like a main one to start with, or are you gonna start with your own website on Shopify? Each platform has a ton of different things you need to learn. So I looked up tutorials. I like asked other people who had Shopify sites, like, what apps do you use to make your site? So if you have like no experience with websites or don't know what you wanna do, Etsy basically is like, post these photos here, describe your product here, and they do it for you. But they also take a lot of your money. And I think that's something very important you guys need to know.
You kind of gotta give and take.
Yeah, you have to decide like, do I want something easier that takes 20 cents for every listing and then it takes a percentage of your actual sale? Or do I want to do something that's a lot harder to learn up front and harder to find your audience, but you have complete control over it and you don't have to give away a lot of your money?
How do you start advertising? Because that's like the biggest thing. You're ready, you have this great product, now you have to let people know about it.
So we started on Instagram, which I find is a very great place when you have like physically, like visually attractive items. So we just started using hashtags like planner addict, planner stickers to help spread the word there. But then we also started a Facebook group, and our Facebook group became super active and a really nice community for people to like talk and just share things beyond just what we do. So I think those two things really helped us to grow and expand. But we also started a newsletter list really early on, which was huge for us. A lot of people don't think like, oh, email is the way to get to them, but it's still very, very effective.
I feel like I already had an advantage when I started my sticker shop because I do have a large platform on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, but I did see that a lot of my sales came from both Instagram and Facebook. So those are like the really two biggest platforms that I think has a lot of people in the community when it comes to like planner related stuff. Another good way is to like reach out to people who also have a following and
do collabs,
send them like your stickers and like, hey, I'm gonna send you my stickers, would you mind if like, you know, you just tag me in it. You don't have to say anything specific, but could you tag me in the picture, or could you tag me, you know, and I'll send you a bunch of my stickers. And it could be someone with like 100 followers, 200 followers. Like, it doesn't matter how many followers they really have, but if they can get the word out and like show your product, I think that's really helpful. If you reach out to 10 people who have 100, that's 1,000 people, you know, like followers. So like,
and doing collaborations is another great thing too. So if someone has a subscription, maybe be like, oh, can I be in your subscription? And then I'll feature you here.
Those are really good.
Doing like that back and forth thing really helps because you're helping both parties involved. And I think definitely with shops, it's a lot easier to get collaborations when there's like clear help for both sides.
So one of my biggest tips, aside from like advertising online and social media, would be like to invest into going into conferences or events where you're physically present and representing your shop or whatever it is that your product is, because I feel like that's where you make the most genuine like connections with people. Alright, so last question is, what is the hardest part of having your own sticker shop or having your own business?
I think it's the failure. Because it's 100% your fault. If things don't go well, or you think, oh, this is gonna be the best sticker kit I've ever come out with and it doesn't sell, it's so hard to get back up from that.
You don't learn unless you make mistakes or unless you have bad experiences, because I think that's the best way to learn something.
Like it's awful and it's like it really sucks, but then like the next day you're like, okay, I know not to do that.
Yes.
And you can like move forward on the correct path.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys learned something new. Hopefully you guys are motivated to start your own business if you've been wanting to do it for a long time. Also, I'm going to be on KAYLA'S channel, Microscope Beauty. Make sure to go on over to her channel and subscribe.
Alright guys, we'll see you over on my channel.
Muchos besos! Mwah.
In the bloopers.
In the bloopers?
In the bloopers.
So sorry, my husband's calling me. Hello? Hey, baby. Okay, I'm trying to like...
I feel like...
Is it down?
You're fine. I only write in cursive.
So do I.
cannot print.
It looks so bad when I print. Okay, guys, just...
Rude.
I have to take that.
Men just interrupting important conversation. Tan and sun
Oh,
kiss.
it's weird.
And I'm like, I've never seen the sun in
Oh,
my
I
life.
contour today.
Oh, well, good.
He never calls in the middle of the day, so when he does, I have to answer.
So rude. Oh.
Tax boring stuff. Oh my god.
You need an accountant. This video is going to be longer than I think you think it is.